see the Houston Rockets and the Chicago Bulls. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Howard is out there with Smith, and it's Ariza in at the small forward.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
On defense, the Bulls, it's a three-point game. Harden has a wide-open look. Off target with his three. Other than the big offensive struggles last year, the Bulls were pretty much how they have been the last few years.
Exactly, Kevin. A strong defense with excellent rebounding and togetherness, and just lacked a little offensive firepower.
And the Rockets with possession here. And that one's good. Beverly. Now Curry. He has 5.
Follow up with the Bulls' second in field goal percentage against, and still a top 10 team in rebounding.
LeBron with the drive. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Griffin, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And as you were saying, I agree. I mean, the Bulls definitely have a philosophy and system as to how they operate and manage the business. It seems as though everyone has bought in, and when that happens, it takes more than a couple of injuries to derail the team. They've stayed the course because they understand who they are and keep the expectations high no matter what circumstance they find themselves in.
Just a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. He communicated to his players that when taking on Chicago, they have to be as physical as possible to match the intensity the Bulls bring. He said they have no problem banging bodies inside, and we shouldn't be afraid to respond. We can't be intimidated by them, and I want us to go right at them. Sounds like we'll have a physical game on our hands, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Now here is Davis. Harden missing his last shot. Just 5 on the clock. On deep. And that's collected by Smith.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Curry dishes to Jordan. Stolen by Beverly. It's Howard, top of the key. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Dwight Howard joining a great lineage, Steve, of Houston Rocket big men over the years, from the great Elvin Hayes to Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, to Yao Ming. I mean, what a litany of wonderful players in the history of that franchise.
Yeah, there was that great photo at the press conference a couple years back when Dwight signed with Houston. The photo included a lot of those former Rocket big men, and I think it's a good fit. He seems to be very comfortable in Houston, and he's part of what is a really good young club.
Here's Davis following the score by Houston, and here's James outside, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Rockets trail by 10.
And the Rockets hiring Hakeem Olajuwon to work with Dwight on his move. Between the Dream and Kevin McHale, that's a wealth of post-scoring expertise for Howard to draw upon. But again, those two guys did it at a Hall of Fame level. Dwight has that potential, but will he put in the work necessary to grow into that type of low post score?
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Shaq is checked in for Anthony Davis. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Scottie Pippen's checked in for James. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Curry.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
And Kevin McHale has worked with Dwight on trying to stay low and exploit his quickness advantage, beat his defender to the spot, and then through for the finish.
Now Brewer following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. 51 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones.
Plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
Outside Jordan. Poke loose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. O'Neal misses.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but...
Oh, look out.
Wow.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Well, guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Terry outside. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Checking in for Roberts.
Here's Brewer. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. We're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Rockets trail by 8.
One thing with the Rockets that makes them so explosive is just how efficient they are in transition. They rarely miss out on an opportunity when they have a chance to put the defense on its heels.
So on the floor for Houston, Corey Brewer is out there with Montezumas. Then it's Harden. Then there's Howard. And it's Prigioni in at the 1. Now, here is Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And, you know, with the Rockets, it isn't that they're getting layups. It seems more often than not they're getting and one plays on their fast breaks. And that's an extra bonus there.
Now here's Pippen. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. LeBron drives in. Clock at 6. Lets it fly. Not enough on that one as it misses. Rockets knew how to convert fast break chances, as you said, Steve. It's a big part of their game.
Well, they're a terrific ball handling team, top to bottom. That allows them to get anyone the ball in transition and just fill lanes. Makes converting those fast breaks a lot easier.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for Russ. He doesn't like anybody he is playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And Steph Curry subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Davis with the block. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
The defense was pretty good right there, but just not good enough.
He was determined to get to the rim.
Yeah, he really was. And he was going to go through whatever and whomever got in front of him.
Now, here is Harden, looking for his first basket still in this one. From past the arc. Goes up with it again. Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Howard.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
Here's Smith. The second effort, and it's Howard laying it in. Howard's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Houston.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
You know, Dwight Howard had started 6 straight All-Star games until last season. The new balloting system with 2 backcourt players and 3 frontcourt players resulted in Blake Griffin and Kevin Love in the starting lineup. Howard felt slighted. He thinks that centers are kind of getting the short end of the stick here.
It's stolen by Davis. Here's Curry. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
Michael Jordan is checked in for Scottie Pippen. And a switch here also for Houston. Ariza's checked in. Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 6 points for Dwight Howard.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, we're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely.
I don't even know how to define his position. He seems to play all 5 of them during the course of the game.
Shaq's checked in for Chicago. The Rockets also changing it up. Terrence Jones is checked in for Howard. Montezumas comes in for Smith. And it's Terry in for James Harden. 1:21 left to play here in the half. And a player like LeBron Clark, who rebounds like a big man, scores like a shooting guard, passes and handles the ball like a point guard. I mean, he wears a lot of hats.
Well, he does it all. He is the ultimate stat sheet stuffer supreme. I mean, there's no other way to say it. He puts his hand and imprint on every aspect of the game. And LeBron says himself that he judges his performance by the number of impact plays he makes for him and his team.
Good note. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Bulls. Westbrook comes in for Curry, and a switch here also for Houston. Pablo Prigioni is checked in for Patrick Beverly.
Well, the Argentinian Pablo Prigioni, now 37 years of age, but I really like the way he competes defensively. Also a very good rebounder for a point guard.
And Prigioni, Clark, very selective with his shot, but he's got deep range.
Yes, he does. And, Kevin, I think he could be even more aggressive looking. He's got to be a little more shot hungry. I mean, he's over 40% from long range last season.
Another miss by Houston. 2-for-1 chance here.
Yeah, let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
They retain possession. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 6.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
The feed to Jones. Griffin with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. You know, as we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has improved. It's gotten more aggressive, more physical.
It sure seems like it has. They've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter. Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Here's Terry. It's Ariza on the wing. Pass to Prigioni. He dishes it to Montezumas. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
And
Kevin, what has allowed...
as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. One guy who's been getting it done so far.